It's a challenge these days, or maybe it has been in any age, to keep oneself free from sin in the sight of God. Is it doable at all? Can we ever shake off our sinful nature? Well, the third verse of Psalm 119 says we can. It says, they also do no iniquity, they walk in his ways. Actually, in the Hebrew, because every verse of the first 8 verses of this psalm starts with Aleph, the first letter of the Hebrew alphabet, the first word is Af. So it should read literally, also they do no iniquity, they walk in his ways. What is that also for, and who are they? Well, it takes us back to verses 1 and 2. They are the blessed people who are undefiled in the way, walk in the law of the Lord, keep God's commandments, and seek him with their whole heart. And as well as receiving the blessing in verse 1 and the blessing in verse 2, they do no iniquity. Day by day, they just walk in God's ways. There's a great New Testament confirmation of this verse in the first letter of John, chapter 3 and verse 9. Whosoever is born of God doth not commit sin, for his seed remaineth in him, and he cannot sin, because he is born of God. So the one who keeps God's commandments and seeks his face with his whole heart, so that he commits no iniquity and walks in the ways of the Lord, does that because he is born of God. Charles Spurgeon, in his Treasury of David, says, we shall have reached the region of pure blessedness when we altogether cease from sin. It's not that these men and women the psalmist talks about have never sinned. It's that by being born again of the Spirit, their heart is to do no evil anymore. If they sin, they know they have an advocate with the Father, Jesus Christ the righteous. The humble are always forgiven. Spurgeon goes on to speak of these blessed people. They attend not only to the great main highway of the law, but to the smaller paths of the particular precepts. As they will perpetrate no sin of commission, so do they labour to be free from every sin of omission. It's not enough to them to be blameless, they wish also to be actively righteous. Wherever you are, and whatever you think of yourself, God challenges you to live a life free from iniquity and walk in his ways, and he thinks you could be up for it. Don't forget there is a blessing attached to doing it, and it is doable by the grace of God if you want to. The desire and the attitude are the important things. You have to want to walk with the Lord. That's the desire. As for the attitude, if you think, I'll never achieve that, then you won't. But if you tell yourself, I'm turning my back on sin, I'm going to seek the Lord with my whole heart, I'm going to keep his commandments, I'm taking hold of that blessing, Jesus help me, then you will. Your time to do no iniquity and walk in his ways has come. Look, if this Nano Sermon blessed and encouraged you, please share it and subscribe to the Nano Sermon channel.